Obviously, Nvidia did exactly what happened across the board here in the market with that nice big pop in here. Our weekly candle has now printed a low of 86.62 and a high of 115.1 that clocked in today. So $30 channel just in 3 trading sessions so far. A lot of volatility in here, but you got that volatility contracted in here today with that drop in the VIX, with the news from Trump, with those 90 days of the paused tariffs, with everybody except the Chinese government, that is. So where does that currently put us? Well, we ended the day at 114.33, up around $18 from the previous trading session's close. And we're right up against this 9-day EMA in here. That 9-day EMA is trading right around that 116 level. That's where our main resistance is, right in here, that 116.23. That's going to be something that we're going to watch. As we're back up into this channel here, we're going to see if we do respect these upper trend lines here. So the next week, that's going to put us right around 127, or down here at this 95. That is if we are going to stay in here for this week. We still have 2 more trading sessions out to go before we close this candle out. So we have to kind of keep that in mind as well. And we do have a $6 expected move priced in by this Friday. So from where does that put us from here? Well, it kind of puts 108 on the table, and it also puts 122 up here on the table as well by Friday. That's just what everybody's pricing in. That doesn't include the news that's going to come out between now and then, which we could be whatever, saying anything about tariffs that could shift that, and we could get 2 times expected moves, which has happened a couple times already this week, obviously, with this $30 high to low candle in here just off 3 trading sessions. So that 115, 116 area, that's going to be a major resistance for us going forward. Above that, we're going to see if we respect that upper trend line around the 127s. And then again, right around that 995 level, that's going to be our support here on this lower trend line if we do respect that. But really, we don't care about the 100s. We care about the 103s more than anything as a nice support, because that had multiple touch points here back in just as March. And then if you kind of go back further in your weeklies here, that had a lot of touch points here, September. And then if you go back to, let's see, July as well. And then it was a resistance here. If you go all the way back to last March and April. So that is why we're saying the 103s, just because every time stocks get close to psychological numbers, they kind of overshoot everything by a couple dollars or so. So weekly chart, that's kind of where everything puts us. We can go down to the 30-minute chart. You can see exactly what happened in here in Nvidia, which is this the tail of the whole market in here, which is it did exactly what everything else did, right? Little volatility here, consolidation, boom, tariff news came out, and everything jumped. If we go to the daily, where does that kind of put us on here? Well, it just puts us back above the 9-day EMA that was weighing heavy on us yesterday, along with that 103. We are back above there. So now we're kind of just in the middle of this channel here currently, just trying to figure out what we're going to do. 200 SMA looks like it wants to come back to this 9-day EMA. So maybe a little consolidation up here, little this resistance is going to be pretty hard, this 115, 116. So we'll see if we're going to gap up in here tomorrow. If we kind of gap down, then the channel is going to be that $13 channel that we mentioned earlier, with the 103s to the 116s that we're going to be kind of watching in here. IV rank in here is right around 45. So you had that contraction, obviously, with that pop late day. $6 expected move by this Friday's expiration. Next Friday, right around $9. And your May expirations pricing in right around a $13 expected move. IV has contracted because we did have a 30 Delta Iron Condor in here trading for almost 50%. Now it's down to around 40%. So your 30 Delta Iron Condor, $10 wide in your May expirations, trading for right around 408 compared to where it was, which was right around almost $5 just from a couple days ago. So you can tell volatility did contract by just going out to your expirations and just trying to sell different spreads and things like that, and comparing them to how far away they are from a third of width of your strikes. So that is a good clue, a good indicator to see the options premium shrinking in there. But overall, again, just to reiterate, harsh resistance here, 115, 116. Above that, it is going to be this 126 area. The 103s is going to be a problem for us as far as a support if we gap down below that, or if we cross below that. And then hopefully we get saved down here by the 95s below that. It's going to be the low we clocked in from this week, which is going to be 86.62. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you're interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.